If a tree is found and it has leaves, you should be able to find figs on it. Okay? That's a trait of the fig tree in Israel. So when Yeshua cursed the tree, even though it says it was not the season for figs, and he didn't find any figs on it, it says that the tree was in full leaf. Therefore, it should have had figs. All right. So we'll talk about what that means later. But there's another expression. You know, in Yochanan, John, chapter 1, this is where it's very interesting because it's set up on a 7-day picture. It says on that about the middle of the first chapter, not the middle, first third, it says that Yochanan HaMatvil, John the Immerser, that they sent out to ask him, "Who are you?" And you know the story. Well, we know that's the first day in this story because then it says in verse 19, the next day. Okay? And then on the next day is when he says, "Behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world." Doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. Because the lambs are not used in, if you said, "Behold the goat of God who takes away the sins of the world." Something that was I read an article that the passage probably he didn't say "Behold the Lamb of God." What he said, if you take the same words from Greek and you translate them instead of back to Hebrew but to Aramaic. Now I understand Hebrew was the spoken language, not Aramaic, but I live in southeast Texas, okay? So there is a very, very heavy Cajun influence. And then we have a lot of words that are going to be French in that area, okay? So there's loan words from other languages. You have that, a lot of Spanish words in English and so forth. And so these same words would be, "Behold the servant of God who takes away the sins of the world," which takes you back to the servant passages in the book of Isaiah. Now, on the next day, which is going to be day 3, he says, again, the same expression. Then it says on the 4th day that Yeshua is going to go to Galilee. So they were down south, they're going to come up here. And this is where Nathaniel, 2 of the Talmudim, okay, the students of Yeshua, are telling their friend Nathaniel that it says that Yeshua, the son of Joseph, that he's basically, they say, he's the Messiah. Now, you could read this 2 ways. You could read it, Joseph, the son of, Yeshua, the son of Joseph, as the Joseph of Joseph and Miriam. But you could also read it as the Mashiach ben Yosef, the son of Joseph. And I believe that's the meaning there. Now, he says, as Nathaniel comes up to him, Nathaniel is saying, wait a second. Nothing good comes out of Nazareth. And so, why are you saying this? And what Yeshua says to him, he says to Nathaniel, "An Israelite indeed in whom is no guile." Let me put it into, he says, a man of Israel who's a tzaddik. Now, think about it. He says, okay, if I come up to, say, Edgar, and I say about Jose over here, that he's a righteous man. Edgar would say, "Oh, well, that's good. And how's the weather?" Okay? I didn't tell him anything that should have shocked him. Okay? Nathaniel comes up to Yeshua and he says, "Wait a second, how do you know I'm a righteous man?" All right? And you want to go back and read it for yourself because I'm paraphrasing. But he says, "How do you know I'm a righteous man?" And what did Yeshua say? He said, "I saw you sitting under the fig tree." Okay? Under a fig tree. And if somebody said, I saw you by the rose bush, would you be impressed? Not at all. Or I saw you at Walmart. It's kind of like that kind of expression. But the expression that Yeshua said to him caused Nathanael to respond this way. Rabbi, you are the Son of God. Now, understand, Son of God doesn't mean a baby son. It is an expression for the Judean kings. And it is also an expression for the Messiah. All right? And so, Christianity has like a baby Son of God. That's not the meaning. All right? But he says, Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel. And there you can see Hebrew parallelism. What did he say when he said, I saw you sitting under the fig tree, that was so profound? Because 3 times in the Tanakh, it states that every man will sit under his vine and under his fig tree. One of the times is going to be when Solomon builds the temple. Another time is talking about the coming of the Messiah and the Messianic kingdom, and every man will sit under his vine and under his fig tree. What Yeshua was saying is, I know that you are a righteous man because I saw you in the future in the resurrection of the righteous. And it blew Nathanael away. And he said, Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel.